Hello, this is Phoebe here, and I am coming to you today to talk about perseverance. Why you need to persevere through things, why it's good to keep going, and in the end, the benefits that you'll reap when you keep going or when you persevere. For me, I am an entrepreneur. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, born and raised in Inglewood, California, at that. I went to college in North Dakota and I discovered my hobby or liking for beauty there. When I graduated and got back to LA, I didn't take my job at the time was not in the beauty field. It was actually in customer service. However, I felt like there was something missing for me, so I went on a search to figure that out. During that time, I also lost my brother. We were not as close. However, when you have a bond with a sibling and you want to better it, you guys still have that connection, and that's kind of like where we were. We were more alike than I realized too, because my brother suffered from mental issues as well, and I did too, and that was a way that we probably could have related on a little bit more and grew closer in. But overall, that was an eye opener, just with me learning that mental uh, illnesses or mental issues are not uncommon. Whether or not these people, you know these people or you don't, you're not the only one, and it's more common than people realize. My thing is, I feel like it's very important to focus on your mental state and keeping yourself from an idle mind, just because that guides your life. And I feel like what we see is how we live, or what we perceive is how we live our lifestyle. And if we don't perceive anything of positivity or in a right state, our life is kind of going to reflect that. I am a business owner and I have mental illnesses. I was diagnosed with having depression, PTSD, being bipolar, and anxiety. Those usually go hand in hand. Um, I am, my bipolar is a stage 2, I believe, or it's the highest one, bipolar 2, which is a maniac bipolar episodes. And then the depression just goes hand in hand. Now, this is the thing. I usually try not to claim these words because I feel like once you claim them, that's who you become. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, how you perceive your life is how you end up living it. And this is what I want to break in regards to uh, what's actually going on with mental issues and how people cope with it. I do not believe that medicine should be the key to this. It's our mind, and we were born in this world with just our mind and us, you know, and it wasn't about medicine or anything like that. So that let me know automatically I didn't want to be on medicine. I've taken it before. I felt like it made my thoughts more intense. Sometimes it would help, sometimes it went against me, and just with that phase, I didn't want to take the risk anymore. So I decided to go on a self search with trying to heal myself mentally. That has been a whirlwind. That has been very crazy. I've had many ups and downs. Um, and there's been situations where I felt like it did more harm than good, to be honest, whether it was choices for myself or, events, life events. But to keep back and get back on focus, the reason why you have to persevere through things is because if you give in to the unfortunate events that we, are not, we're not, sheltered from, we have to experience it. And I believe that when you go through those experiences, it tends to get the best of you. You mad, automatically because we are human. We think with the human mind, we react with the human mind, and sometimes humans can be not necessarily weak, but we we don't see the bigger picture of things. Um, for instance, I've been homeless before. I was sleeping in my car right before I got this place. You know, um, and at that moment, I thought that this was going to be it. I didn't think I was gonna ever be able to get back on my feet, to feel like I, could live again. And just looking at that ordeal and that experience, because it was very testing on me mentally and spiritually. Um, but look at me now. I have my own place. I'm not in a car. I have a car. But I'm in my own place. I have my business. And I also work too. I work to keep myself busy. Um, and while I'm also rebranding with my business and building it up to where I envision it, I feel like I've taken steps back because I didn't persevere and I didn't push through. And this was during the time that I was homeless, to where, I had got into, situations that were blessings in disguise, and I didn't take action on it because I didn't want to persevere. I didn't keep going, and you live and you learn. I had to pray on learning to let that regret go. But other than that, you have to keep going in this life. Another reason why you need to persevere through things is because mentally, when you are at war with yourself, that is a battle that I don't wish on anyone. And that is a battle that is not easy in the least bit, because it's you going against you. This is somebody that you know. This is, your ins and outs. And sometimes we don't know our ins and outs, but this is someone we're familiar with. And to be fighting you, it's a uncomfortable experience to go through. And when you are mentally a prisoner of your mind, or allow yourself to be a prisoner of your mind, when things come to face, you can't see past them. You're so overwhelmed with those things, in addition to the things that happened prior, to where now you're at a point of wanting to just tap out. You can't do it anymore. You don't want to do it anymore. You don't see a way out of it. And that's when you need to persevere the most. That's when you really need to keep going. An idle mind is very deadly. And what I mean by idle mind, is a mind that, harpers and just goes on and on and on about the negative, and it allows more room for negativity to creep in, to come in. And I'm not faulting anyone if you have a mindset like that, because trust me, I too had that mindset. I'm currently, as of now, trying to get out of that mindset and to reclaim my joy and to live in the moment and live in my truth. But I just wanted to talk about why it is so important for you to keep going. If you don't keep going, you never know what blessings are to come. I would have never thought while sleeping in my car that I was going to be in a 2-bedroom apartment, well more than what I can afford, it gives me the ability to still work on me, work on my business, find out if, find out the wants and the desires of my hearts, and, just I'm still able to keep going, and my days are not perfect. Some days are easier said than done. Some days can seem unbearable. And some days you just question, if you're going to finally have your peace. I'm hopeful. I do believe. And I know that with time, comes change. And with change comes progression, and with progression becomes, blessings. And that's what is going to keep me afloat, along with having people in my life that believe in me, that can be strong for me when I'm not in those moments. But I'm learning to be strong. I'm learning to persevere through it all, and keeping that always at the front when I'm faced with things. You're not going to have, moments where, okay, I'm ready to tough it out. It's not going to be like that all the time, And it's okay to be weak sometimes. It's okay. But after you be weak, you have to keep going. Don't allow yourself to sit in that boat for too long. Don't allow yourself to be a part of that emotion for too long, because it does no good. Listen to me, it does no good. I will be back to talk about multiple events that have happened in my life. I shared with you guys I was homeless. Before I got my apartment, I was sleeping in a studio that I worked out of. Just trying to keep going, and I'm happy that I did. I'm happy that I didn't just say screw it and, forget it, because I wouldn't be here, and this is not the last place that I'm going to be. So, to whoever's watching this video, excuse my face, but I wanted to come to you and be true to you in the reality of it, because I feel people are not genuine and they don't show the true states of things. This is me. This is a self-care day because I wasn't feeling my best. This is little things that I do. I'll, do a facial, try to clean the house, try to do something for the betterment of me to help me move better. So eventually I'm gonna obviously wash this off, do my makeup, fix my hair, but I'm coming to you guys now so you can see the rawness of it. And know that things are not perfect. It's never going to be, but you can create a peaceful life. You can find your peace and your serenity in this life, and you can have a part of that. So I hope that you continue to move, keep going. You got this. You always have, and you always will. And make sure you persevere and you see it through, no matter what it is. No matter what it is, you see it through and you tell yourself, you got this. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. I will be back. We'll be talking about another topic. It could be anything. I do want to introduce different topics and words that I want to focus on, and then I'll share, events and stuff that I felt that fit the topic itself accordingly, and I'll make it relate to me, times or events in my life that, I've had to focus on that topic or work through it, whatever the case may be. But I hope this video finds someone well. I hope that you are able to share your experiences or share things that you do that help you persevere, tips, and tricks. But other than that, I really hope that you guys like this video. If you want to hear more about genuine and raw topics, please comment and, let me know. Give me your feedback. But this is Vivi, and I'm out. So that's it. I'll see you guys. Take care. care. And I'm going to end it with peace, progression, and power. I hope you gain them all.